memories of 2020 have not only not gone away, they're quite vivid in many of our minds. But that being said, I will say that I think the RNC is much more on it. I mean, do you imagine the old days of the RNC under that corpulent Ronna McDaniel, where they would do nothing, collect all this money, waste it, and claim they would raise money on election fraud and do nothing about election fraud? Now, I'm sure that place is still somewhat infested. I mean, it's not easy to clean up the place, and the RNC seems to need the same kind of fumigation as some of our federal agencies. But nevertheless, there is new leadership, Michael Whatley from North Carolina, and of course, Laura Trump. And I noticed that when there are issues around the country, there was one, for example, where I saw a report about Michigan, and it seemed to suggest that there were duplicate ballots, a large number of them in Michigan. And it was a little bit of here we go again. And the report seemed quite credible. But right away, the RNC was on it, and I saw Laura Trump did a clarification. Hey, listen, there were some of these duplicate ballots, but the RNC is on top of it, and none of these so-called duplicate ballots are going to be counted. There was some sort of a glitch, but the glitch is being addressed, and we don't have to worry about fake votes being counted. Similarly, in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, apparently they stopped people from early voting at like 3 o'clock or 2:45 in the afternoon. And there's a video of this cop walking around and basically puts the line ends here, 2:45. It's not even close to 5 p.m. And so what does the Republican National Committee do? They go to court and they put it before a judge and say this is, and then apparently the way this was done is the Democrats sent out their own operatives who had a sort of name tag that said something like vote checker or voting supervisor. It was all bogus. These were not county officials, but apparently they looked like they were an authority. They were Democratic activists, and these were the ones who were able to tell the police to stop the count, to stop the vote, to end the early voting early, because of course the Republican numbers were looking so good. But the good news is that they have now been penalized for that. And the judge in Bucks County has extended early voting by 3 days. 3 more days of early voting. Very good for us. So this is a good example of taking what normally, if this had happened in 2020, Ronna McDaniel would be sitting on the top of her sacred pillar, chanting Om. And the Republican attorneys would all be having their 3 martini lunches, spending all the donor money. But now it's in court. It's in court immediately.